Farda Gee, it's the Talks of G show. It's Friday.
Friday.
You know what time that is. I'm here with my boy DST.
Yeah.
Special guest today.
Special.
Proph in the building. Big yourself up, Proph.
Yeah.
So today I've got a few questions for yourself, and then I'm gonna throw in a little challenge.
Wow.
Yeah, listen, everyone that comes here, I throw them a little challenge. Yeah,
They're never
I don't
ready.
tell them. That's what I'm saying. They're never ready. They're never ready. I always throw it in there. As soon as I introduce the whole show, I just let them know the on-the-spot challenge is coming after the interview. So be prepared. Yeah.
Alright.
We're gonna hear a little bit about what Proph does, about the whole project that he's doing at the moment. So yeah, man, stay tuned. Obviously, DJ DST is gonna be coming in later on with his set as per usual. But yeah, man, I just think that today it's been a long week, so I just think today's just gonna be full of energy, good vibes.
We got a good one.
Yeah,
We got a good one.
So stay tuned, guys.
Niggas is mad, I get more butt than ashtrays. Fuck the fair one, I get mine the fast way. Scheme aggressive, please forget it.
Yes. Dave, I don't like how you always switching up every week. You know, come with these old school R&B this week, you know.
And you gotta show people
Not
versatility.
R&B, hold on, wait, let me correct that. Hip hop, sorry.
Thank you.
I apologise. But yeah, man, let's move on. I'm gonna let our special guest introduce himself.
Yeah, it's your boy Proph. Some may know me, some may not. My Instagram is Proph_100. That's PROPH_100. And my business Instagram is rap_therapy_100.
Yes. So tell us a bit about Rap Therapy. Let them know what it's about.
So what Rap Therapy is it's a series of workshops which we do in different youth establishments, so like youth clubs, summer camps, schools as well. And we teach and train young people to express themselves and be creative as possible.
Okay. So how did you come around like Rap Therapy? Where did that come from? Because I personally, like, the first time I ever heard about yourself was Underfound Residency as a rapper.
Yeah.
So where you come with the Rap Therapy, how did you come
You know
with that idea?
So the whole story kind of starts in November, on November the 4th. November the 4th, I released my EP, Invisible Guidelines, and that got a lot of attention from like the media, so the Guardian, Metro, advertisers, they all wrote stuff
That's a
on.
big look, man.
Yeah.
I think I saw that on your Instagram. That was like towards the beginning of this year, innit? Like, yeah.
So they all wrote like stories on my actual EP and like the message behind it, because all of my music is positive and it just explains change and the stuff that goes on in my area. And
what area is that?
for youth.
Oh,
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah, so from there, I just kind of thought about how can I put what I'm saying in my music into action and actually help young people see a different light in the way that they're actually living. And that's when I came up with something called Rap Therapy, going into schools, teaching young people to express themselves, be creative. Like we work with different types of students. Some students are very, very creative already. We just try to enhance that creativity. When I say we, I'm talking about my team and I as well.
Okay, so it's not just yourself.
No, it's not just myself.
Oh,
I've
okay.
got a solid team around me that helps me deliver workshops as well and stuff like that.
Okay.
And even like we were going to schools that have kids that are about to get kicked out of school that end up going back on track in the school through Rap Therapy.
That's sick still.
Yeah.
That's sick still. That's the stuff. That's, you know, when I say every week, yeah, good vibes only. That's my motto, yeah. Good vibes only,
bro. That's my
motivational,
bro.
Alright, tell them again, DST. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Yeah, another brother from an area that hasn't got the most positive. What do you call
reputation.
it? Reputation or guidelines for the youth growing up. And you're in your own personal time, off your own back, you're going out there and you're trying to motivate them to do better. And to me, boy, that just makes me smile. That makes me feel like, wow, there is hope, because there is a lot of people that are lost.
Yeah,
and
of course.
Obviously, where you're from, it's easy to get sidetracked. It's not just where you're from, but obviously at the moment, the 7 is glamorized. Do you get what I'm saying? There's a lot of people from that area in general that are just going different places. So a lot of young people might look at that and think, oh, I want to be the same.
Because it's easy to get caught up in the wrong crowds, especially when you come from a certain area. If there's people on the street every single day that you walk past every single day and you speak to them every single day, you'll end up chilling with them if you don't have something productive to do. And I always stress this to anyone that I explain what rap therapy is. We are not raising rappers here. That's not what we're doing. We're planting seeds. So we might go into a school, we might shoot a music video, we might get an engineer to come and record them on a song.
Yeah.
These are things that these young people may never ever experience in their life. But when they see that video camera or when they see something like the engineer operating, they'll be like, wow, how does that button work? And it inspires them.
Yeah.
It inspires them to kind of see life in a different angle.
Not just the same thing they see on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And see, because that's the same with me as, like, how do I put it? Like, there was a lot of, like, the same thing, instead of it being, like, the area, it was, like, people that I grew up around, like, role models that I looked at because I didn't have a male role model at home.
Yeah.
And then it's like, as I've got older and I started taking my own journey, and I started to see things, I've started to realise that there's certain things that's always been there, but now I know about them, like, that's what I want to do, that's my hobby, like, even now, being on a talk show, or like radio, all this equipment here, I wouldn't have known about it. So again, man, this is so good to hear that you're giving these children a chance, because there isn't that much. Youth clubs are scarce nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, activities for youths are scarce unless they're like college, basically, like educational things, nothing that they can come and enjoy and at the same time get things off their chest or learn new things. It's just great to hear, man.
Yeah, definitely.
It's great to hear. So what are your plans like for the rest of 2018?
So the rest of 2018, well, to be fair, let's go into like 2019. 2018
already.
We're thinking about it already.
No, always ready. So like, we piloted rap therapy for a little while, and it got a lot of positive feedback from schools, youth clubs and summer camps. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get our foot into different schools, pilot it a bit more, but do different songs in different schools and different activities in different schools where we can actually help those that either A, want to enhance their creativity, or the teachers think that these ones need enhancement, or B, help those that are actually about to get kicked out of school stay on track through the interchangeable skills which we teach in rap therapy as well. Because in like some of the sessions, so I did a session, one of the first sessions that I did, my same 2 rules throughout the whole of rap therapy as no cussing, no swearing. You know, when you're in school and you got those kids that they'll find any excuse to cuss someone, any excuse to swear at someone, and
I think a couple of men in this room know that used to be me still.
and that's the thing. So when it's kind of like what you said. It's kind of like what you said. A lot of these kids don't have male role models, and the problem is in schools they have male teachers, but think about it, school is a big place with loads of kids. They can't keep catering to this one kid. Yeah, exactly. Whereas when we do it in small groups, I have or whoever goes to do the workshops has the capability to handle that small amount of students, and we actually mentor them an hour before the actual sessions as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
so what would you mean, like, by mentor? Like,
so any sort of problems that they have that they may not be able to tell their teachers, any sort of problems that are going on at home, on the road. We've been there, we've done that. Like, we've been outside, we've been around these people anyway.
Yeah.
So they can tell us, ask us for advice and ask us for different ways of how to deal with situations.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like just passing knowledge down. But passing knowledge and learning from sort of things that we may not have known when we were growing up. Or may have been taught, but may never have listened to it.
Yeah, definitely.
But learned the hard way. Exactly. And it's just like feeding them the knowledge which we have experienced.
Yeah, so that they like the gaps that weren't filled in for us are already filled, so they have the better chance of when it gets to that point, they know what to do. Whereas, as you said, you can easily get straight, and if you don't have no role model or you don't have any guidelines, you're then gonna just follow that, and that will may adapt and that may become your new life. So
Exactly.
again, when you're filling in them gaps, boy, it's a good thing, man.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you say like you mentor and you help like kids like getting kicked out of school, even like when there was those kind of like facilities like youth clubs and stuff like that, and like there was a lot of councils that actually had youth workers that used to visit schools and stuff. They never used to do activities like that.
Yeah.
I'm talking from experience, like for myself. If I wanted to express myself, it was just in a room talking to some woman in silence, like
Yeah.
there was something wrong with me. Where you're saying like I can go in there, I can talk to her on levels, and then I can express myself like through rap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Course, yeah.
So it's like, listen, that I would have been haps, boy. I would have been gassed to come to that every like, what? How the time rap therapy? Yeah, I'm there.
That's the thing as well. So,
You have to keep that, man.
that first, the first school that I went into, a lot of the kids weren't actually turning up. I was doing it on a Monday.
Yeah.
A lot of the kids weren't
Your
turning
first
up
day of
on
the week,
Monday.
man.
Yeah, in general. And when they came to one rap therapy session, from that they turned up every single Monday.
It's
After
something
that.
different.
So yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
exactly.
Because you hear it and you hear that raw, like it could be inspiring, it can, like it's someone to talk to, etc. And you think, this is a long thing, this is gonna be someone waffling, but that's what I'm saying. They gave it a chance, and when they saw, they just like any child would be like intrigued and excited about something like that. Music is a very powerful thing.
Yeah, of course, and it helps. It helps the fact that they can see and they know that I'm not a teacher. With a teacher's presence, it kind of changes the whole demeanor of, or the whole dynamic, of the room. Whereas if they know I'm not a teacher and they know that they can just be themselves,
Yeah, they're more
it
relaxed.
helps. Yeah, it helps so much more. Yeah, so much more.
Less tense.
Mm.
No man, the movements there are definitely positive ones. And as I said earlier, you do music, so anything coming from the music side, like
Yeah, I got a couple tracks dropping soon.
as I said as well, there's visuals out there on YouTube already as well. I was watching a couple last night. I was looking for him on SoundCloud. He's not on SoundCloud, guys. Just YouTube at the moment. But listen, make sure you check that out. It is just on YouTube. It's just Proph. It's not Proph, no underscores or anything. Just Proph. It is.
Yeah, just type in Proph music
Yeah.
and it will come up.
And that's the YouTube page. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the first question.
Ooh. I'm joking.
No. It's all right. Obviously.
Yeah.
You think it, as I said, sometimes when the question comes, you're kind of thinking, well, what's he gonna say? Is it gonna be one of them awkward rounds? But everyone that usually tunes in knows that I can be a bit serious, but I'm not that serious. So yeah, man. The first question that I was gonna ask you today was like, okay, I'm gonna start off like this. Basically, last week I was talking about Carnival. Everyone knows that Carnival is a big, a major event in London. People come from all around the world just to come to this one event on the street. Like, it's free.
Yeah.
You're free to do whatever you want. It is actually, like, when you go there, it's actually a great feeling because you just know that everyone's one. Like, obviously, there's them odd people that want to cause trouble, etc. But everyone's just one and everyone's having a good time. So, what I was going to ask you is that if you was in a relationship and Carnival came around and your partner approached you and said, listen, I want to go Carnival, but I'm going with my girls. Like, how would you feel about that? Would you feel paranoid? Would you feel like...
Do you know what it is? Relationships in general are based off of trust and communication.
Yeah.
If it was a thing where she turned around and said she's not going Carnival and she ended up going Carnival, that's a different story. But she's telling me up front she's going to the Carnival. And I can't see why she can't go with her girls and I can't go with my guys and we can all go together.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. If she's saying that she's going without you, this is what I'm saying.
If she's
without you.
If she's
without you.
if she's going without me, she's going without me. I trust her enough to go without me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not the type of person that gets paranoid and whatnot. And to be fair, I always when you get into a relationship, you have to qualify and pick that person according to your specific needs. So you have to know that you're going to trust this person.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But then this is like the reason why I asked that question is because there is a lot of what's the thing? Like you see when you've got a group of friends and you know that obviously in a group of friends everyone's got different characteristics and some are easily led and you know that some when they go out they attract a lot of male attention. You've been out with them before and you've seen that attracts more attention to your girlfriend's friends. You're telling me that you don't feel no paranoia?
Nah, because I trust
You're
her.
good, man.
Yeah.
You're good. You need to teach
You
me
know
something
what?
like that, you know.
He's a secure guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Secure,
There's a lot of secure men out there, you know. Hey, listen, like, carnival's a bad place, you know.
In his own game, you know.
I've seen girls with men. I've seen them with their man before in the flesh. A couple weeks before, but at carnival they're a different person. Different person.
See what you're saying, it kind of is the same as talking about a rave, because how many times have you been in a rave and someone's tried to dagger or whine on a girl and the girls just turn around and just pushed him away?
Yeah, it's true.
That's
That's carnival.
Like the same thing.
It's
the same thing. Yeah, exactly. So it's the same thing, like you gotta trust your girl to do what she wants to do.
No. You definitely put some positive thoughts on my head. You said it so confidently, like
nothing but positivity so far. You know?
Trust me, good vibes. That's what I like. Good vibes. So you're saying that you wouldn't mind your partner going without you with her group of friends?
Nah.
As long as you know that there's 100% trust there. Okay. And the way you put in that perspective with the rave is actually true. It's the same, you know.
Oh, they said that so far.
It actually is the same. It actually is the same perspective. Like my girl does go to raves. I've seen people like in their relationship go to separate raves and stuff like that. You get me? So I don't know why I have that perspective. Maybe because it's just the whole image over carnival. It's just like, and when I went there, I was just seeing the dogness side.
Because you're talking about like other guys doing things with your girl, but then again it's a communication thing, because if she plans to do anything, she wouldn't tell you she's going to carnival. Do you get what I'm saying? So exactly. It's communication and trust.
I don't know. Girls are real sneaky these days. You know? Some
girls.
Girls are stepping up their.
So I'm saying.
Girls are stepping up their pettiness now.
I thought to ask the question.
In this game, it's a skill now.
Last week, some of the things I saw was just mind blowing. I was just thinking.
But this is what I'm saying though. You shouldn't. What? So you're telling me you just jump into a relationship without talking to the girl?
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying personally on my relationship. Like, I'm not saying that. Like, I'm just saying. I just used it as like myself as a kind of an example. Like where I've had conversations with my partner. But I'm saying overall, what I saw and the whole image of what carnival's about and etc. Like on social media. That I get. It's just like a dog fest. You get what I'm saying? Everyone's going there to just get a body count or something, and touch or feel. Do you get what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, that's my girl. Like I don't want my girl going there without me there, and next man even just trying to cop a feel. Do you get what I'm saying? Like to me, like DST said, in the back of my mind, that's what I'm gonna be thinking about. It's not like, I don't trust her. Like she ain't going there. I'm gonna ring her 10, 20 times.
On every man.
In these cases, I'm not even concerned about that as such. I'm more concerned about her safety. Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in carnival. It's not, for me, it's not really about that. It's more about she's going to a place where there's large crowds of people where something potentially can happen. That's the main thing in my head. But other than that, if she wanted to go carnival with her friends, she can go carnival with her friends.
So you hear that? Grown mentality right there, boy. He said it good, boy. He said it good. So yeah, man, we're gonna move on to the second question. Where you were saying that you work in schools and summer camps and stuff like that, what is the actual age guideline for rap therapy?
When we do our sessions, we tailor the package towards whatever age it is. So the majority of what we've worked with are from year 5 up to about year 9. So that's anywhere between 10, 11ish up to about 14, 15. However, that's not to say we can't do older kids and we can't go into younger schools and do sessions. We can still do sessions. Not to say that we can't go into prisons and do sessions. It's not to say we can't go
that's what, and again, that goes back to the last question. That I respect. That's what I'm saying. Like expanding. Like so, you're saying you work with young kids. Yeah, you've put you on TV. Yeah, and someone in jail feels like, oh, I want to follow that. I want to follow this guy because he's expressing himself through rap, and that's how I've always wanted to express myself. Cause a lot of men do that. They go to jail, they come out of jail, they jump straight back onto this music thing. Some go somewhere, some don't, but still, in their heart, they're expressing their story, their pain.
Yeah.
Like even in some of your songs, I can hear some of your story. Do you get what I'm saying? because some of your raps are very well spoken.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like when I'm just because there's different types of rappers.
Yeah, of course.
Like I can't remember what I was watching the other day. They talk about mumble rappers. Yeah. Like when you're rapping, it's not mumble rap. It's proper like stories. Like man, listen to it. I'm like, cool.
Lyrics.
Man, here's where you're coming from.
The picture type bars.
Yeah. Like even if you guys want to check it out, there's I got a coverage of Underfound Residency when I first did ever see Proph perform, and even from then I was like, yeah, because everyone on that day was a bit hype. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so you kind of mellowed down the tempo, but at the same time, man was just intrigued, like listening to the lyrics and stuff like that. Do you get me?
Yeah, of course.
So it's just like, where you said prison, a lot of guys in prison, that's their motive, man. They come out and they want to express, they want a different kind of path.
Yeah.
And that would be a different level for you, as I'm saying, as in expanding. Because you've
course.
gone from working with young children that haven't actually made their mistakes yet to even maybe some young youths that have made the mistakes.
So that's the thing
change.
as well. So the whole mission behind it is to avoid tragedy in general. If you know how to, alright, so I'll give you an example. When I was younger, I would write raps and I would be able to record my raps. And I would know a lot of people on the street, but I would never get involved with them. The reason I would never get involved with them is because I was so busy writing raps. Now I'm not saying, as I said, I'm not saying we're raising rappers, but if you find a way to channel what you're doing in a different kind of energy, so let's say you play basketball when you go to training all the time, or you're rapping and you're writing bars all the time, you're not going to be hanging out with these kids. So by avoiding tragedies and opening their eyes as well, and through the mentoring sessions actually showing them different ways that they can deal with situations, that fulfills our actual mission, which is avoid tragedies. Yeah, so
like, alright,
It's sick,
you know what I'm saying?
Can't even lie,
as I said,
madness.
like as well to do this whole industry, that you can never judge a book by its cover, and like from your Instagram and stuff and like the post that you post, I can see you're very well spoken, as I said, from your rap as well. Like you're very well spoken, and like the stuff that you're saying just backs all of that up. Do you get what I'm saying? As you said, like I understand why the newspapers would have heard your lyrics and like, right, he's actually talking inspirational stuff, because you're coming in here and shining a different light on things for myself and maybe others that are here in the studio today as well. Do you get me? Like, because man, that one day as well when you said about the whole rave and the carnival, I'm telling you, that whole perspective, if you're listening as well and you felt the same, man, like I was just like, right, you know what, I've never deeped it like that, you know, like it's very simple. So we're gonna have a little interval. I'm gonna answer one more question and then we're gonna move on to the challenge. So guys, if you want to interact as well, if you want to ask Proph any questions, if you want to ask him anything about the rap therapy, just holler in on the studio number. That's 0793 9347 202. DST, come in with some more fun. That's what I'm saying. It's looked like I was thinking. I remember now, I introduced it.
My team too high and I'm praying that we never land down.
And then asking questions from 25
Team too high and I'm praying that we never
tell you, like, when I first came here, I thought I could ask you bare questions. Like, for the first list I had like 5 questions. Oh yeah, turn off the camera, let's get back to the interview, let's start again. We're in the live, it's not like, just gotta kind of go over it,
My team too high and I'm praying that we never land down.
So with FGTV at first, like, when I first started, I was getting whole views on it. I was singing Proph, let them know the song that's playing. Yo, Kerry Hilson. Alright, tune in, man. Make sure you lock in every Friday, 10 to 12.
Just like Kerry, want a house on the hillside, just like Kerry. Just like Kerry, want a house on the hillside, just like Kerry. Just like Kerry, want a house on the 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 hillside, just like Kerry, want a house on the hillside, just like Kerry. Just like Kerry, want a house on the hillside, just like Kerry. Just like Kerry, want a house on the hillside, just like Kerry. Just like Kerry, want a house on the 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 hillside, just like Kerry.
Yes. So that was Proph. Was it Kerry?
Kerry Hilson.
Kerry Hilson. Yeah. So make sure that you stay locked in for the On the Spot challenge. That's every Friday on the Talks with G show. I don't think Proph's ready. When I said it to him earlier, he looked a bit blown away, and everyone does. Yeah, that's why it's called On the Spot. But I'm sure when it comes to it, he will enjoy it. What you say, DST? Because DST is the one that lined up majority of the things for today. I just come up with the ideas and that.
I think he's going to enjoy it. I don't think he's ready. I think he's definitely going to enjoy what's going to happen.
You think he's going to enjoy himself?
He's definitely going to enjoy it. He may not be ready, but he's definitely going to enjoy it.
Say no more. So, yeah, I'm going to ask you one more question before we get onto the challenge. What's your views on the whole UK drill rap to be the blame for the whole of what's going on, all this gang violence and etc.? What's your views on that?
So, you know what? Firstly, I get asked this question quite a bit.
Yeah.
We might be sitting here for about another hour. But you know what? I think there's so many angles to it. Now, ultimately, what you listen to, if you listen to it too much, it's going to affect how you behave, regardless. How many times have they, and this is no disrespect to Giggs, because Giggs is an amazing artist, but how many times have they played Talking the Hardest in the club and everyone starts punching each other up?
Mad.
Yeah.
It gets a bit emotional sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially when he goes, everyone gets a bit active.
But I think the media are shining too much light on the music as such. Now the music doesn't help the whole situation, but also the music is not the direct cause for what's going on. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Now obviously what they're listening to and everything like that, it's not the best thing to be listening to. However, as I said, the media are shining too much light on the music itself instead of trying to solve the problem.
Yeah.
It's like they're trying to find something to blame
in the music.
In the music. Now the actual message is not the best message. Regardless, it's not
the music that's actually going out there and doing the mad thing.
It's not the music that's doing it, but the music doesn't help as well. When people are annoyed or whatever and they're ready to ride with their boys and they're listening to this music, you think it's not going to influence them to actually go and do stuff. Like that. That's what I'm saying. So it's really a grey area in the sense that the music plays a part, but it's not the most major part of the whole thing. Because the media are trying to find so many different things to blame. They chose the music. Again, I think there's so many more problems behind the whole knife crime and the whole knife crime situation other than the music.
Which is, sorry to interrupt you, he's currently at 101 murders.
That's a lot.
And it's not even the end of the year yet. That's like, when I saw that the other day, I was blown away. I was at 101, like, and again, that's just deaths. Do you get what I'm saying? That's not even like the actual fatal stabbings and etc. etc.
Of course.
Like, it's mad. And again, it has the music. Like the violence has gone up. I mean, the death toll has gone up with the whole exposure of the UK drill scene. So again, referring back to what you're saying with the media and like trying to point the finger at the music.
Yeah.
It is. I get why they're doing that, because both of these have tallied at the same time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, why I asked you the question is because, as you said, to distract yourself from rolling with those guys, you used to write bars. Do you know what I'm saying? And now there's guys out there that again they don't spit the same message.
Yeah.
But again, it's still music. Do you know what I'm saying? It's still art. They're still talking their story.
But then you could talk about you're talking about drill music, but it's not the genre that's the problem, and the genre is not the lyrics. It's the lyrics of what's being said in the music.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But where's their story? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's the same. Like, all right, cool. Like I said to you earlier, with the guys coming out of prison, and they jump on the music thing because they think that that's a more of a positive thing than going back to the roads and doing what they were doing before. Yeah, and again, they might be coming out of jail and be talking negative, but again, that's just them expressing themselves and letting themselves go, keeping themselves distracted from the roads. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, somewhat, but then again, at the same time, why does it have to be negative what they're talking about? Because if you think about it, they've seen life from a different angle. They've seen life from jail cells. They've seen life and how it can affect themselves, their families, people around them. Why must you talk about life in a negative way? If you've seen a lot of negative around you, surely you can flip that into a positive. So if you're listening to my lyrics, one thing I don't do is swear in my lyrics. I don't think you need to swear in your lyrics to express yourself.
You know what? Like, I actually never realised that. 'Cause I think I'm just so used to hearing swearing in music. Like,
Yeah.
like I think I'm just so used to it.
Yeah, and that's not to like blow my own trumpet or nothing like that. It's just there's different things that you can do. Like you don't need to talk a negative. Everyone's talking negative in their music, and that's why most of the time I don't really even listen to music like that, especially from the UK.
Yeah.
Because I feel like no one has a real message. I can probably say 3 people. That's Wretch, Dave, and Rapman.
Yeah.
That have real messages in their music, and they're not rapping negative stuff. They're rapping about what's around them. They're rapping it in a positive way. They're inflicting change upon their communities and inflicting or saying their story to actually help other people understand that this doesn't need to be your story.
Right, not as in a violent manner, which is true.
Yeah.
Which is true. But then again, that's not class. But that music then again is not class. I don't class that as UK drill though, or like
No, I don't.
They don't rap.
They're not
It's like-
UK drill.
They're rappers or artists.
Yeah, like artists.
They're artists, but in general, look, you got Hope Dealers. Hope Dealers, they're drill.
I don't get all of that.
But yeah, check what I'm saying though. Hope Dealers are drill artists, yeah?
Yeah.
What is it the gospel?
Yeah, the ones that were
They're called Hope.
Yeah, Hope Dealers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
There's a couple of official names. They've got a couple of things on YouTube that talk about that and
but
stuff.
this is my whole point behind it. Now, although I don't like drill music, and I probably won't listen to them like that, my whole thing is, how can they talk about something positive throughout their whole music, whereas you're saying that people always talking negative, and that's my point. They're talking something positive, whereas that means that if they can turn something negative into something positive, it's just like rap. The whole genre of rap, in general, has that whole stereotype behind it and that stigma behind it that, oh, you gotta be a bad boy, you gotta do this, you gotta do that.
Yeah.
Like, you can turn something negative and turn it into a positive. And that's what I'm saying about Hope Dealers. They turn negative into positive, and I don't listen to them like that. I've heard a few of their songs.
Yeah, so
I'm not into drill, so...
But that's how, like, again, because of the beats, the way the voices are over the beats, the whole bellies on face, I just couldn't see past it. Do you get what I'm saying? I still took it as drill. I couldn't see past like what you said, like obviously they're spitting it in a more positive way, but
then
I just couldn't see past the whole way they was coming across.
Is drill the lifestyle, or is it the music? Because can you do drill without the bellies? Can you do drill without all of that stuff?
No, it didn't look the same.
You can do drill about belly.
It wouldn't look the same. Like, the era, I'm saying the era that we're in now, though, like when we grew up and stuff like that, like even Myths and Stones was playing old school like power tunes and etc. Yeah, like even them man they weren't talking as much crunch. They didn't wear baddies. They wore like baggy jeans, leather jackets and stuff like that. And it's like
different times.
This is what I'm saying. So now, if in UK drill, all of a sudden, don't you stop wearing baddies and masks and things like that? Like, I would look at it, even if they're still talking the same violence, and okay, when I'm listening to it, like in my headphones or in the car, it will still get me out. But when I'm watching the video, I'm not getting the same kind of
For me, one of the reasons I don't listen to it is because everything is the same, and everyone's talking stuff that firstly they don't really do. Some people are just there to fit in, and for me, I don't support the whole message behind most of these people's music, and that's why I said to you, I don't really listen to a lot of UK rap or I don't listen to any UK drill. So UK rap, UK drill, I don't really listen to none of that. No. Well, UK rap, I listen to those artists that I just mentioned.
Yeah.
But other than that, not really.
Because they're again on like the stories and spoken and stuff like that.
I listen to old school,
they've come different.
Yeah, I listen to that old school Wiley, Kano, all those guys. But that's how I grew up listening to that type of music.
Yeah.
And by no means I don't think it's as negative as the music that they have now.
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone says the set 365, like it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Everyone has the same bars. No,
I myself, I listen to UK drill again, but that's because when I was actually doing music, that was the form of UK drill, like 2012 and so forth. That's when UK drill was forming. Like, so when I would do music, a lot of people that I was doing music with they weren't talking about dip and stuff like that, but they was talking like they was about that life, etc. Like my bars,
with the 4 doors,
stuff like that. And my bars were,
silly,
I was talking my life, but I wasn't talking like deep like that because that's not what I was about. Do you get what I'm saying? But like, yeah. So at the end of it, do you feel like UK drill is to blame, or you feel like it's just another add-on to violence?
To break it down, it's not to blame, but it doesn't help.
Yeah, so
it's not to blame, but it doesn't help. So like listening to it doesn't help, but also again it comes down to the actual message of the music. It's not about the lyrics, because drill is a genre. There's, as I said, hope dealers, they do that genre, but they talk a different thing in the lyrics.
And every genre, I think every genre, if you was to blame drill for everything going on, you'd have to blame every genre in a particular time for some sort of man.
Yep.
From rock to probably only genre you couldn't blame is like Hindu music or
classical,
or like religious, like that sort of music.
Classical was getting man.
Apart from that, rock, everything, hip hop. Probably not R&B, because that's baby.
Everyone,
like, you know, like everything else. Yeah, man.
Yeah, again, the genre is not to blame, but it doesn't help. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna play before we get into the challenge. We're gonna play something again that relates to back to what Proph just said about the whole message in the music, and that you can talk your story without being violent and influencing other young people to be violent when listening to your music, or making them feel a certain way or wanting to follow. So yeah, man, take this one in. This one is with some children from Rap Therapy.
Yeah, some of the Rap Therapy students.
Oh, okay, so what's the name of the track?
It's called Greatness.
Greatness. All right. So DJ DST, man, play me some Greatness.
Because some of the best rappers in the city just one track. Explain how great they are. Listen up to who we got. Muhammad, Reese, Mayo, yeah. Let's get it.
I'm tryna live life, not tryna get stabbed. I just wanna make bands so I can fly out. But boys knows the greatest. You may see my lifestyles in a spot, but boys knows the greatest. You may see my lifestyles in a spot, but boys knows the greatest. I wanna fly like a rock star, like a monster, not like a trap star. But life is too short. Life is like I'm in another dimension. Oh wait, I'm moving in the right direction.
You're saying their names, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought so. She's married, what is that?
The last one, yeah.
It's some inspiring vibes there, man. Hey, greatness. That's what it's about, man. About pushing everyone to do better. Especially the youth, man. They are the future.
Bro, you must be so proud of that song, bro.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to see like this actual song, the transition from the first week up to the last week of them actually recording the song and everything like that.
That is hard, man.
Yeah, these students are actually in my advert. So I created a Rap Therapy.
Also, the same one, the little trailer, I've seen that.
Yeah, the little trailer. All these
So it's the same kids?
Yeah, same kids.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is also on YouTube, guys, as well. So make sure you go check that out. That's on the Proph Music YouTube channel. Sorry. So as well as we were just saying while we're listening to the tune, man, the visuals, man. You need some visuals for that, because that will be greatness, man. Inspire the youth. Let the youth see how much fun Rap Therapy actually can be and is.
Yeah, of course.
So. Yeah, man, we're gonna move on to, Farda Gee's favourite part of the night. Yeah? Aye. I sound a bit energetic now, so I'm excited. Woo. It's the on the spot challenge.
Woo!
If you choose, now it's time for Proph to go in. So, today, choose say you're a rapper. Choose say you like writing bars. Choose say your project's called Rap Therapy. I thought why not give him an instrumental, or is it it's two instrumentals that we're gonna run, and we're gonna throw. So like basically, the beat's just gonna go, and I'm gonna throw out words, and you kind of got a spit bars basically with the words that relate to basically the word that I'm gonna say. But so I could start it and say bus, and then you drop bars, and then in the middle of you dropping bars, I could go cat. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
But then you gotta also be ready for when the beat changes, because I'm not gonna let you know when the beat changes.
Alright, cool.
Yeah. So let's see how good your lyrical content is, Proph.
Yeah, you got me freestyling.
Let's see how good your freestyling is today.
This should be interesting.
Yeah. Rap therapy is your thing. Let's start off with therapy.
Yo. Turn up a bit.
Give him a little volume.
My name is Proph. This is Rap Therapy. Check it out, listen to the melody. I'm so heavy, G. I'm spitting bars on Locked Online Radio. Locked Online Radio.
Apple.
I'm trying to eat my apple. Walked into the shop, got a snappy. Yum, that tastes nice. I could eat some rice.
Challenge.
Yo.
Bring it back.
Look. This is the challenge. How will I manage? I need a bandage. Cause I killed the beat like wow.
Studio.
I'm in the studio. I got the cameraman shooting the movie, yo. I'm trying to move it, yo.
Anime.
Oh, yes. Ooh.
That one,
anime.
Snoop and Scrabble.
Hold on. Yo, look. I'm chopping up the beat. Akemi got killed. Naruto on the beat. Cause I punch up the beat.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi. Oh wait, sci-fi.
Yeah.
Sci-fi. This is how them drill artists sound.
Twix.
My name's Proph, you could call me Dish. Swish. I shoot the basketball right in the net.
Fulton Heath.
Yeah. AKA the 7. I'm from round here. A lot of people know that I got a lot of brethren.
Flows.
I got the flows. And everybody knows that I got the flows.
Okay.
And here it goes.
Friday.
And it's all Friday. Have you watched Friday? You're always getting high though.
Talks with G.
And it's Talks with G. Talks with me. Proph DST.
In the future, definitely, man, because today you spoke of some wise words.
Yeah.
You changed a couple things in my mind state, and that's what I like when I interview somebody. I like to walk away with learning something new, and then maybe moving on from that. And do you get me?
Yeah.
And also the on-the-spot challenge, he dealt with that quite well.
He held his own. Yeah, he might got a little bang to the face. Like he maintained it and he recovered. Get me?
Yeah, he did the towel.
He survived the round. Get me? So big up Proph.
I'll kill it.
So is there any big ups you want to do?
Yeah, man.
Any shout outs?
Plug any future projects, anything like that.
Yeah, shout out the whole team in general, the whole Rap Therapy team, all my supporters, all my fans. Shout out Tracy out in the studio as well. Shout out my parents as well.
Yeah, man, big up, man.
Big up the parents.
More life.
Definitely. And everyone that supports, shout you all out.
And your socials, man. Hit them up with the socials again.
Yeah,
man.
so
See where they can find your content and stuff.
Again, I'm only really active on Instagram. I've got Facebook as well for Rap Therapy. Facebook is Rap Therapy 100. And The Instagram is rap_therapy_100. So many underscores. And then my personal page is Proph _100.
Alright. So again, as I said, thank you again for coming down, Proph, today.
Yo, thank you for having me.
And hey, listen, my mind state has been, I love it. I just love it when someone can come in here and inspire me. Yeah, because I'm out here trying to inspire people to do better things. But it's nice to have a conversation with somebody and to be able to walk away inspired. So again, my brother DST is gonna come in with his set to finish off the night. So I hope everyone has a good weekend. Be safe. If you're going out tonight, come up. It's Friday, man. Big up yourself.
So what we're gonna do, people, we're gonna play one more tune by Proph. More to this life, then we're gonna get straight into the mix.
Yeah, this is alright, we got this one.
Shout out to KC.
The one that you played earlier on?
Yeah,
But I swear you did it to the beat, innit? There was no backing.
Nah, there was.
Not to this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, to this one there's backing, but to the first one.
Yeah, it was back still. I got a video of it as well. Yo,
Yeah, because